So, baby, I am watching this interview of Tisha Scott. And, Dustin Ross is interviewing her. Shout out to Dustin. He did a wonderful job. But Tisha, girl, it is giving victim personality disorder. Okay, that is what you are giving in this interview, especially when it comes to Keke. She just threw the drink on me out the blue. Oh, I didn't see it coming. First off, you kept ignoring her. You greeted her husband. You ignored her. You ignored phone calls. She tried to meet up with you in person to let you know what she had heard about your husband. You still just kept on flaking on her. You kept on being dismissive and passive aggressive. And I really do feel like a lot of people feel like it's okay to be that way. They feel like, oh, but I didn't put my hands on her. No, you didn't. But you could have pulled Keke to the side and you could have been like, Keke, I will talk to you about this off camera. I want to enjoy this barbecue. But give her a moment of your time, because when you sitting up there just ignoring her and everybody can see, sense, and feel that there is some type of tension between the two of you, but you're not saying anything at all. You still got to be accountable for that. But the way that Tisha's mind thinks is, I didn't try to hit her. I didn't go around to the bloggers trying to destroy her. Your husband was saying out the blue she need to be mug tested, and we know what I'm really saying. Okay, I told y'all I'm gonna mix these words up. Okay, honey, because I'm not trying to have no problems with Miss YouTube. Okay, but it's like, Tisha, girl, you need to quit. You have to be accountable for what you and your husband have did to Keke. Y'all tried to reduce her down to just being some type of mug addict. Okay, just somebody that's just addicted for no damn reason, and they got all these issues and they're not on your level. And I really do feel like Tisha wanted Keke to be smaller than her. She even mentioned on the interview, oh, I am the one that, I brought my cousin along. You didn't want her to be on the show. We heard it from Keke, and I believe that. So, yeah, you had her come and speak at some of your events, but you didn't really want her to be one of the girls. And if she was going to be on the show, you wanted her to take your side, which is impossible for anybody to do. But we have fans that feel like, yeah, but that's her cousin. Yeah, I get that they are family, but people are always going to treat you how they feel about you. All that family stuff, it sounds good, it looks good on a Hallmark card, but people will always treat you in a way in which how they feel about you. And Keke was not feeling you. She knows that, you be up here trying to keep up appearances. You don't let people know the real of what you have went through in your marriage to Marceau. I caught your ass on this interview saying, yeah, we've been married 18 years. Girl, don't nobody care. Girl. The length of your marriage does not indicate success. It could still be successful and end, and you be on some Tia Mowry. I graduated, and I outgrew the marriage, and I'm ready for the new challenges. With somebody else. I'm ready to, end this situation because I feel like I have grown and I have did all I could do in this situation. Okay, now it's time. And you got idiots out here. It just gets on my damn nerves when I see comments from women dogging Tia. How can you say you graduated from your husband? By divorcing him. That's what it is. Any type of breakup, any type of you got fired or you quit a job, all that shit is you graduating to something new, something better, something that is going to expand you as a person. That's what all that is. But people are like, yeah, but he was such a good man and she should. Meanwhile, they wasn't even up in the marriage like that. Shout out to Corey, because I'm going to probably do a TikTok about it. Corey said, honey, he missed his family. Okay, he said he cried himself to sleep every night. I felt bad for Corey, right? Because I did love him and Tia together, but yeah, that bullshiggity, honey, they just, the people just get on my nerves. It's the lack of understanding about relationships and how, you may start with people, but that don't mean you go in with them. Okay, sometimes people are in your life for a reason, for a season, or for life, and, you just have to know, what purpose that person serves in your life. But yeah, and then Tisha kept alluding to everybody on the show keep trying to break up her marriage because Melody and Martell, they got a divorce. Girl, stop it. Okay, if your husband would flat out answer questions that are asked of him that your family asked him, right? Okay, your family asked that man questions, and what would he do? Change the subject? He would laugh. He would do anything but answer the damn question. And you confronted him about doing that on the show. And he keep doing it. Okay? So, girl, be mad at your husband. He plays into people having these preconceived notions about your marriage. And another thing, I don't like that Tisha is always trying to throw her marriage on us. Like, oh, we should just love and respect it because it went on for so long. No. It sounds like you was rushed into it. You was love bombed. Because you even said in the interview that you graduated college, you got married, start having babies. Like, it was real fast. So, yeah, he saw you. And he wanted to hold up that life. Okay? No, she got with her husband. I don't see that. I don't see that. And even Melody and Martell, they didn't right away just have children. They wanted to enjoy, being married for a little bit, and then they had their children. But yeah, her shit, that's very suspicious. When a man hurry up and put a baby up in you and you're married, and then he's talking about he don't want you to work, and it was your family that had to tell you, well, you don't want to be dependent on no man. Okay? But see, this is the thing with Letitia. There are a lot of women out here that probably have similar situations, except their husband is supportive. Okay, their husband has their back. Their husband is willing and able to put up a united front. Her husband don't do that. Her husband be siding with Mel because he know Mel is right. Okay. But one thing I will say though is I do like that Marceau keeps it real with her. Because somebody has to bring her back to reality. She's very immature. To me, she has some arrested development going on with her. She do. Because it's like you're dealing with a little girl. Like, you are a grown woman and you need to be accountable for the things you say and the things you do. Letitia is the type of person where she always want to point her finger at people and tell you what they did wrong, to her. But no, people are not going to take you seriously if you behave like that. So I wish she would become aware of that, but she lacks self-awareness. Even when she was telling what happened with her and Keke, there was never no, well, I made some mistakes in my in my relationship with my cousin, and I allowed my husband to call her all types of addicts. And remember, on the show, he kept asking her to be smug tested and all of that. Okay? Y'all know what I'm saying. So, like, and even it was a relative of Letitia's that told her, y'all are weaponizing her struggles. So y'all are not doing right by her the way that you say you have did. Like Letitia and her husband, I think that they feel like, yeah, but we were there for Keke and we can make fun of her. And that's how I know Melody was telling the truth. They probably really was over there laughing and warning the Holtz and all of that. And it's not funny. It's not, to do that. So, Tisha, your cousin is not going to be on this show and just take your side and be up your ass. You're not mature enough for relationships. You are not. You are way too insecure. You way too territorial. You have a unrealistic expectation of people. Hear me out, because I know some of y'all rolling your eyes and you sucking your teeth, okay? But the truth is the truth. And the truth needs no proof. How you doing? Okay? Letitia does not take responsibility for how she comes off. It's just always, woe is me, I'm the poor perpetual victim. The fact that she sat there in the interview and was like, yeah, I never did nothing. You gotta watch out for people that's like, I never did anything to her, or I never did this, and it was her that just did. There's no accountability, just shades of gray, right? There's no, so I don't know how anybody could believe anything that, that she has to say. I don't know why. I don't know how some of y'all, listen to, the stuff that she says, because I already know it's not true, and she does not know how to properly look at things. She also admitted her and her mother, and I, great judge of character, I am, because I told y'all in one of my videos, I said that her and her mother, they grew up together. So she didn't really get a parental figure that was making her right her wrongs, that was holding her accountable and responsible for her actions. Okay, you know how your parent has a way of checking you and letting you know when you wrong or you done went too far. There's none of that. I'm about to fight your damn battles. Oh, I'm about to fight for you. Okay, or even if you don't have nothing to do with something, let everybody know I got my cape on for you. And that has crippled Tisha. And that has developed a dependency in Tisha. And not everybody, if you notice, they're not going to do what Miss Wanda has did for Tisha. Keke wasn't going to play that role. Melody, Kimmy, none of them want to play that role. Go back and watch past seasons. You'll see Kimmy saying, I'm not about to just agree with you because we sister-in-laws. That's the level that Tisha is at. I have the closest proximity to you, so you should just have my side all the time, have my back. Don't ever tell me when I'm wrong, because we family. So she weaponizes the word family. Okay? She weaponizes it to get out of accountability. And then you thought it was okay to be over there with Destiny and talk shiggity about Melody, but yet Melody and Keke can't get together and talk about you, because y'all can sit up here all day and say that people don't do these things because Letitia and Keke are cousins, but we all know women talk. And if Melody and Keke had a relationship prior to Melody and Tisha meeting, then so what? Yeah, but that was dirty of Mel. And girl, you said in my face, pointed your finger and said multiple times, you brought up on the first season, during my anniversary, during something that should be, a happy day, you bring up my husband cheating on me. That was the first thing that came out of your mouth to Miss Nell, but yet we get down to the reunion, your ass don't want to talk about when your husband was being inappropriate in y'all marriage. Okay? Y'all have to pay attention to the things that she does. Okay? It's not the most blatant and obvious. You have to really be paying attention with her. Letitia is very good at acting like a victim. I gotta give it to her. She is really good. And that's what Melody accused her of being during the season 1 reunion. I just watched that. She loves taking shots and saying stuff, and then when the other person hit back, now you this poor perpetual victim, and now you trying to tear down my marriage. No, you sat in this woman's face, and at that Galentine's Day event, you said to Mel, yeah, your husband cheated on you, and you had a baby with him, and he had a baby on you, and don't you think that damn near probably destroyed that woman? It didn't, but don't you think that that's kind of low? Why do y'all think y'all don't hear Kimmy saying stuff like that? Because Kimmy, she got her issues and stuff with Mel too, and like I said, Kimmy ain't perfect, right? Because she was saying some stuff that first season too. So, some of y'all may feel like, oh, she jealous of Mel too. It may be some of that there. I'm not here to deny that, right? But if you notice, Kimmy kind of stay on the surface with stuff, right? You can kind of see, okay, where Kimmy is coming from a little bit. Even if you don't agree with her, you can, with Tisha, it's like, let me say the worst thing to you. Because, and this is what happens when you are friends or in a group with women like Tisha. They're exhausting. They are like energy vampires. They are always draining your energy. They want you to do all the work in the relationship while they take all the credit. Okay? And girl, ain't nobody here to participate in your delusions. Okay, so yeah, when she was talking to Dustin, and don't get me wrong, Carlos is aware of who Letitia is. He called her immature. Go back to that one reunion. I think it was the second reunion they had. He said to Kimmy, do you feel like Tisha is immature? Why do you think he asked her that and used that word? Because that's what he is seeing. But, I'm going to ask Kimmy. And Kimmy was like, well, no, that's not the word. Because y'all know Kimmy is intentional with the words that she wants to use. So we got to give Kimmy that, right? But yeah, not Letitia. Not Letitia. But yeah, she get real emotional with stuff. And I think when people hit at her, it's kind of this thing. When they get at her, it's this thing in her mind like, damn, I already feel bad about myself. That's why she could not take any criticism about that Black Expo. It was, yeah, but we're trying something new, and dang, they just really making me feel bad. I did the best I could. Girl, they're giving, like your husband said, constructive criticism on what could have been better, on what you do want to learn, right? Okay, so Tisha want to do new things, but she don't want to be criticized. Okay? She don't want to be criticized because that attacks her. It's like it gets taken as a personal attack. And this is what happens when you are around these imposters. They talk all this shit, more shit than a little bit. And then, when you say something, slick to them, because they didn't already said all type of slick stuff to you. It's you so horrible. You the big bad wolf. Mel is a mean girl. She got a dark soul. Do you see where I'm going? How it's just always so extreme on the other person's, and then on the other person's part. That's why she did that silly ass puppet show that really showed her real brand, which is which should be crayons, coloring books, Happy Meals, honey. That's Tisha. A trip to Chuck E. Cheese, honey. That's Tisha's. That should be Tisha's brand right there. But yeah, because you was too damn comfortable, bitch, with them damn puppets. And I was like, damn, I know you had to rehearse that, girl. Because when she got on there, she was finally speaking clear. Okay? But that's another thing I realized. She had some speech issues. So wasn't the most confident with speaking and all of that. But she wanted to be on this show, be in proximity to Melody, copy off of Melody's identity. And then that's why she wanted to speak. When she did like one of her events, she got to saying she wanted her and Marceau to be a power couple. Who was the power couple on the show? Mel and Martell. She wanted to steal that because she felt like, well, it's in my right, and her husband is cheating on her. She's not bowing down and acquiescing to his demands the way that I am. Okay, that's why your marriage is still in tow, girl. Okay, that's why you still there, because it's you that's making all the damn sacrifices and all the damn changes. And it's very easy to stay in a marriage and a relationship like that, because it worships that behavior, you subjugating your needs for that man, that caters, to his ego. And we all know, narcs, they need you to cater, to their ego. It's all about them. Worship them. And they are able to do that by telling you, well, I'm the man and I want to be treated like a man. And that man, you even got women on social media saying, well, you need to go out your way and make that man feel like a man. It don't matter if he cheat. It don't matter how that woman looks. She made him feel like a man. That's my problem with all of y'all. That shit is garbage. It is. It's garbage. It is nobody's responsibility to make you feel like a man. That is your responsibility. And a lot of men are not being accountable for their behavior. So, yeah, I feel like Tisha's identity, it just plays into that. And I'm not impressed by her marriage. I'm more impressed with a marriage that's a real partnership, where the man really sees his woman as a real partner. Like, for instance, Chris Fletcher, right? And I know some of y'all don't like him and, what he did in the past, all that. But I like when Miss Nell needed more closet space. He was like, no, you get another room and do it like this. And do you see how he was working with her with what she wanted, with what she needed, and he cared, and it got done like that? That's not what we see with Marceau and Tisha. We are being told we should see their marriage the way we do Nell and Chris's or anybody else's. We should respect their marriage, right? And we should ignore what we see on our screens. We see this woman subjugating her needs to please him. You are literally being told, that you don't have the right to have an opinion about this. Like, when he said that to her, I was like, wow. Then on that other reunion, she could shut the fuck up. Just shut up. That's not somebody that values your opinion, your existence. He doesn't validate you. So it plays into Tisha being needy because she now looks for the other castmates to fill that void, when really, if you were in partnership with somebody that saw you as an equal, you wouldn't go around, running around on a empty tank, or a tank that's only halfway full. I would say in your case, less than half, shit. Because you thought your mother was supposed to fight all your battles. And like, Tisha is just, child, she's just way too much and doesn't know it, She mentioned that her son, I guess he's going to be going to college early, going to Michigan. Congratulations to him, I'm sure Tisha is a good mother. I will give her that. But you're not real enough. And you're mad at the audience that they can see through the mask that you wear. Okay, you're literally upset with us. But they just go in on me and they go so hard. But it's okay when they do it with Mel. And I noticed Tisha's thought process, and a lot of people think like her. They feel like Mel can handle it. She's strong, but she's a woman like you, right? And she's human. It don't matter how strong a woman is. Okay, that's why Martell took Melody through all that shit, because in his mind, he was, yeah, but she's such a strong woman. She can handle it. I've had male friends tell me, but Brandy's strong. I'm sure Brandy wouldn't mind. Bitch, I do. And you about to figure it right on out. Okay? So I'm sick of that. I can relate to that so much in my life. It's always, well, you strong and you have it together. Do you know the energy and the intentions it takes to try to keep some shit together? Okay? Do you know what that entails? And I just talked about this in my other video. I don't know, maybe it was for the members, but like, I'm sick of that. And I look at, like, even the Martell and the Ariana. I'm gonna do a whole nother video on it to break all this down. That's why he invited that girl into him and Melody's marriage, because he felt like Melody is strong. She can take it. That's why he never stopped cheating, because he felt entitled through who his woman is. She's so powerful. Okay, and they will try to use a bitch way weaker than you, not even on your level, to try to put you in your place. And it's a sickness. And we will talk more about that. I know y'all like, yeah, but we already talked about, girl, it's levels to this. And I will be breaking it on down. But yeah, that's why he invited that squirrel into that damn marriage. She didn't fit. She was never Melody's equal. But that's what they do. I've had male friends do that. Yeah, can we go over here and rescue this person? No. I help people that help themselves. Okay, if I'm out here helping myself, that's what I want to be associated with. Point blank in the period. My child comes first. And I want to be associated with bitches that make sure their children is first. Not some bitch that's always losing opportunities and away from their kids for stupid ass reason. Don't nobody got time for that. That's where you niggas, y'all mess up each and every time. Okay? And it's a whole science to all of this, you guys, because it all plays into the feminine and masculine, and it plays all into that, where it's like Ariana is feminine and Martell is masculine, and he desired her more than Melody because Melody is powerful and she's in her masculine and she's always gone. And, it was the feminine woman that he wanted to help and rescue. And see, all this shit, when I tell you all this shit plays into it. And then we see something similar with Tisha. I just did this in one of the videos where that's why I read that post to y'all, because I want y'all to know how people are thinking. when they look at this show. Oh, she's helpless. Oh, Marceau is the big man. She allowing him to be a man. But you have to abandon your identity or lack thereof. You don't even know who you are because you so busy copying and pasting every 5 minutes somebody else's identity. Okay, and that's why don't nobody respect you, because they like, girl, we can see you. Like Stormy with that shipping address. Stormy looked at that bitch and was like, I see you. Then the bitch didn't even feel bad, Tisha, after she did what she did, or the website designer, because of course it was somebody else's fault, right? That's what she loved doing. It was somebody else's fault. Tisha, it was somebody else's fault. Scott, that should be her name. You go blame everything on him. And Stormy even told her, even though you may have had somebody else do the work for you, you're still responsible. Well, I talked to him about it, but what you want me to do, and we got more sales, and that's all that See, there it is. There's the character. As long as I got what I needed, I don't care that they was dragging you. That's your problem, girl. She was very dismissive with Stormy. Okay? I see people saying that Courtney, he don't check Stormy. He allows her to be herself. Now, I do agree with the bitch thing. She shouldn't be calling Marceau or any man a B, because she wouldn't want nobody calling her that. I do agree with that, and I do feel like Courtney should have been like, babe, I ain't trying to have no issues with this man. Don't call him that. Just say he's sassy, or, that whole thing. That's how that should have been fixed. But I like Courtney and Stormy's marriage. I like seeing a marriage where the woman is allowed to be herself. She's not punished and pitted against another woman that's, of less value than her, which is what Martell did, because they can never find your equal, ladies. That's why they always go looking for the low-hanging fruit. How you doing, Ariane, girl? So, yeah, but I like seeing their marriage. I even like seeing Chris and Nell. There's a respect there. He be listening to her. Now, what's suspicious about him is this history of cheating, which I have no tolerance for. Because if a man can't control his peen, then, what does that say about that man? Okay, and Chris, you is fine, but honey, you ain't that damn fine where you can't control your damn peen. I don't do ghetto. I don't like men with all that history of cheating. It's just not a good look to me. It's very selfish. You don't need to be married. You don't even need to be in proximity to marriage relationships. It's selfish. It's I don't like it. I don't. Tisha says that Keke did not try to reach out to her to apologize. Of course, because everything is on Keke. Now, did Keke have to throw that drink on Tisha? No. It was still wrong. I can admit that. But what did you think was going to happen? You and your husband, okay, had a meeting in the ladies' room. Y'all remember that song? Be there real soon. I love that song. Y'all had a little meeting and y'all said y'all go ignore Keke. Y'all go constantly bring up her rug addiction. Not rug, girl. Smug. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all go constantly bring that up, make that into her identity, break her down, put her in lowest terms. That way you can be more. You can be looked at as, because I don't think Keke is jealous of you. Her husband is more in tune with her, to me. And I saw Marceau's ass. That shit was funny when Keke's husband was coming at him at that barbecue. If that nigga wasn't moving around to each person, honey, I was like, look at his ass talk all that shit. And then when Keke's husband got up, honey, he was behind somebody talking that shiggity, honey. I was like, come on, Keke's husband. I what's his name? I like him. I like him. I like him and Keke's marriage. Once again, you see the united front. You see and you may see them have a difference of opinion on something, but there's still that respect there. And do you see what I'm saying? They seem more in tune with each other. So I respect them. I think Tisha, didn't want people liking Keke more than her. I think a lot of cousins are adversarial. They are in this competition with you that you don't know nothing about. It'll always be, yeah, I got more, and you ain't got this. I remember I would be around a cousin. She ain't even nowhere near on my level, but yo, you don't have the latest phone, and you don't have, girl, if you don't sit your ass down. I remember how y'all used to come up. Okay, I remember. And stop acting like that. Stop acting, look, brand new. Okay? No pun intended, honey, but stop acting like that. Like, I don't need to go around bragging about, oh, I got the latest phone. Oh, I have this. When you run into people like that, you guys, it's because they are, they find their identity through material things, because when you know who you are, you don't have to put other people down for what they don't have, and you have this, and you're so much better. And girl, shut that shit up, because that ain't the shit. Look, that ain't where you came from, honey. I remember, okay, I remember staying at your house. Okay, and it was not clean like that. Okay, and the damn mother took all day to feed us. Okay, I was like, goddamn, does this bitch have any food? Goddamn stomach and shit, hungry and shit. Hungry. Okay, my mother would go out of town, never forget, and leave us at her house. And we got breakfast. We get a little bowl of cereal. And I ain't even, to be honest, honey, I really didn't want to eat out of the people dishes, honey, because they didn't seem the like clean people all like that. Okay. They they wasn't the most cleanliness. Look, that ain't a word, honey, but they just, I don't know what would happen around lunchtime, but no food. This bitch would wait till we damn near the one day I'll never forget. It was like 8 o'clock and this bitch talking about food done. I'm like, it's bedtime. What type of shit? Like, it just always felt like I was in some type of concentration camp. I just hated my mother during that time. Like, why do you always have to go out of town without us? But my mother was all about her. As a parent, I tried to take my daughter with me because children, they need to be out of town and get away too. So I have a, different mindset when it come to that. But yeah, bitch, waiting all day to feed us. Let me stop, because that brings up some memories, honey. Okay, but yeah. I would get around that cousin like, girl, stop it. Stop the cap. Shit. Yeah, more Letitia. I'm looking at the interview, you guys, as I pause this. And what have I did to you? No accountability. Don't know what she did wrong. Don't care. It is very exhausting dealing with people like Letitia. It is. Ooh, child. No accountability. I want to see what some people think. What some people think about this here interview. Miss Wanda attacks her unprovoked. She reads the comments about Tisha and misdirects her anger towards Mel. Yeah. Okay. Tisha talking about have some respect for the mothers, but her mother don't have no respect for nobody. Yeah. Everyone is not a mellometer. Yeah. Tisha is just unlikable at times. It has nothing to do with Mel. Yeah, I think that really bothers her that Melody, is liked as much as she is. That bothers her because she has always seen Melody as somebody that she aspires to be. Like that cousin I was telling y'all about that wanted to try to put me down and, she would act like a Letitia and be copying stuff, and you let her borrow stuff. You have to chase her down to get it back, and just then these people grow up and they like, why that person don't want nothing to do with me? Cause you ain't about shit. You got imposter syndrome, bitch. You don't know who you is. You don't know if you coming or going. Okay. If Wanda wants to defend Tisha, she can do that, but to go after Mel and Miss Van when they have not said nothing to her or about Tisha is unjustified. She makes it hard for Tisha to defend her. Miss Wanda shouldn't have to fight Tisha's battles, and then sometimes she inserts herself into stuff that has nothing to do with her, but it's all about Miss Wanda is the reason why Tisha is the way that she is. Okay, y'all heard during the interview she said that they grew up together. What y'all think that means? That means my mama got just as much sense as I got. So she not gonna tell me when I'm wrong. She'll just fight my battles until I grow up and I become grown, and then now people are exhausted with dealing with her. And what happened? They kicked her ass up off the show. Okay? And Tisha does not like that. Okay, y'all saw how she was defending her on that past episode. Y'all saw how she was defending her because she don't see nothing wrong with it. Girl, everyone who don't like Tisha and her husband is not all millimeters. Girl, you can't even control your mama who watch your kids, but y'all want Mel to control grown people who she never met. Mm-mm-mm. I think Tisha is going through changes in her own struggles within herself regarding her career and her balancing family matters. And she's tired of being bullied and talked about and talked down to. Most of that happens in the marriage, but she will give her husband a pass because he is her husband. And he is a man, and she is male identified. Whenever a woman is male identified, it is always go be what the man say. Yep, he right. And they will go, look at how she was a savage over there with Mel, throwing all that cheating and abuse in Mel's face. But you better not say nothing about her marriage, though. You better not, okay? And she don't have all that mouth with Marceau. I told y'all, that's why I like Nene. Because Nene was sticking to the girls and to Greg. You had Kenya, she wanted to just stick it to the girls. And you all quiet and over there walking on eggshells and, and can't speak up when this man is over here disrespecting you. No ma'am. Absolutely not. Why can't the cast understand Mel didn't create millimeters? The shady-ish the cast did to her was filmed and viewed. The cast created the supporters and millimeters. Yeah, people saw how that man dogged her. Martell. Okay? I don't know why these people talking about Sunny and Destiny. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Child, I am about sick of this ghetto ass phone. It's ghetto. Oh, don't do the ghetto. I'm just sick of this ghetto ass phone. Ghetto, honey. Oh, and some of y'all told me that her grandmother raised her. Wanda wasn't even there all the time. Okay? Wanda wasn't even there all the time. So, yeah, she could be jealous of Mel and Miss Van's relationship too. You know? Oh, Tisha also talked about her relationship with Nell Fletcher, and she didn't like that Nell Fletcher mentioned that she was, her mentor. Girl, you do need somebody to step in. Your mammy ain't gonna do it, so shit. Miss Nell said, I will get the job done. Okay? Like I said, Tisha gets y'all have to pay attention to people with that spirit. People that have the spirit of insecurity, people that are offended by every little thing. I remember I used to date this guy, and he would, be upset for 2 and 3 weeks. And it's like, if y'all would have knew like what the argument was about, you'll be like, why is somebody that mad? He wasn't that mad at that argument. It was people be mad at themselves. They don't feel good about themselves. They have other issues that are coming down the pipeline that they are not dealing with. So they can't even get to the disagreement that y'all had. They can't properly process that because there's so much other stuff they're not willing to deal with and let go of. And people be having issues, child. So you got to pay attention to people that are just so offended by stuff, because 9 times out of 10 they ain't got nothing to do with you or anything you just said. They feel a certain way, and they choose not to do anything about it. That's why, a lot of people have like a victim personality disorder. Woe is me. Look at what they did to me. And I never did anything to them. And I would respect her more if she would be like, well, I'm not perfect. And such and such said that I did this to offend them, and that was not my intention, but I apologize for that. I was wrong. Looking back, my actions were inappropriate and they were disrespectful, and I was being condescending, and do you see what I'm saying? That's what accountability looks like. We don't get that. It's always blame, deflect, deny, dismiss, minimize, like any, responsibility she may have in any situation she ends up with. So that's why a lot of people don't respect her. It's not about, oh, we just hate her. No, we see that, she needs to improve. Not just on the outside, Libra, because Libras are like that. They love beautiful spaces, and, they didn't upgrade their house or wherever. Honey, they love appearances. Oh, we've been married all these years. Damn, relationship ain't got no values in it because the brother Tucker looking at you. The marriage would have been over when he would have looked at me and said, you don't have the right to have any feelings or opinions about this situation that involves your mother. Like, I wish a brother Tucker would. Okay? Marriage would have never happened with me anyways, because I ain't trying to be with the rockhead fool. Okay? Listen. But she is. Okay? Because her being married is a part of her identity. Like, yeah, I know what it takes. All you gotta do is sacrifice yourself and give up parts of yourself, and I'm not trying to do that. Okay? That's not a relationship. And there are women out here teaching you to do that. Give up this and act like this and put on this performance, And, women can only be who they are. That's all you are, meant to be. You are here to be who you are. That's why a lot of women don't want to be in relationships, don't want to be married. It's exhausting. the roles, and then you're not getting much back in return for the role that you are playing. And then it's not a partnership between equals. You got somebody that wants you to subjugate your needs and to dismiss your needs, postpone them, and everything is about serving him, and he's the big man. And no, it's like I don't know, it's like a lot of people are promoting narcissism and, make him feel like a man and a king. No, ain't nobody gonna do that. Okay? Ain't nobody here to do that. That's exhausting. That's some shit that does not serve you. It's not gonna grow you. It's not going to expand you. Okay, so I just refuse to be a part of anything that's not going to grow or expand me, make me into a better person. And I'm going to tell you a secret about women, and I'll talk about it more in another video. Women will always change for the man that they truly love, because them being with you makes them want to be a better person. Okay? Even Beyonce, I think at one point said it about Jay-Z. Now, I don't know how she feels now, honey, because I did hear Lemonade, but I like when she had said, he inspires me to be better. When you are, and I've experienced that too, because there were some men I just was not going to change with. I was not motivated to change. I saw what they were giving me, and I was not inspired to be my best self. So if people like and love you enough, they will listen to what you have to say, and they will really, make changes. They will want to make those changes because you have inspired them enough. But ain't nobody gonna be making changes because you got all these unrealistic demands that only serve you, that's all about you. We are like living in a very subjugated society, honey. That's the word of the day. I done used it like a million times, child. But yeah, everybody wants you to subjugate your needs and your wants and your feelings just so you can have what? A marriage? No. Or a relationship? No, we're not doing that. So, honey, that's all I got to say about that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will check you guys out in the next video.